Hello FPL managers and welcome to our third episode of the upcoming season. As you know, players from the big 6 teams of the Premier League are the backbone of every successful fantasy team, but you can only own a limited number of them, so I'm gonna try to help you choose the best ones. Let's start with Arsenal, where there's only one simple rule to follow, and it's to stay away from their defensive picks. Once you've done that, you're already on the right track. Next, without wasting time, I'm just going to put Aubameyang and Lacazette out there on the table. Oba got 29 goal involvements last season, while Lacazette got 25, but with much less playtime. Lacazette, who's now injured but could still make it for the opener versus Newcastle, is currently my favorite player among the two, as he shows as much potential for points as Oba, but for 9.5 mil, which is 1.5 mil cheaper than Oba's 11 millions. My third pick from Arsenal is their record signing Nicolas Pepe. The promising right winger has 22 goals and 11 assists with the French side Lille in Ligue 1. We hoped he would be priced for much less than 9.5 mil in FPL, but he's still a viable midfield option and I look forward to seeing how he'll partner with Oba and Laka. Still in London, we moved to Chelsea and we got Ross Barkley and Willian under the radar. We already talked about Willian in our previous video about underpriced players, so you can check that out, link in the description. Concerning Barkley, he was involved in more goals in this preseason than any of his teammates with 4 goals and 3 assists. Among those 4 goals scored, there were in fact 2 penalties, so Barkley could end up the penalty taker for Chelsea this season. However, nothing is for sure as Willian is still in the picture. Another doubt surrounding Barkley is playtime, as he only played 278 minutes in Chelsea's 7 preseason games, but he's still one of my recommended picks from the Blues, especially since he's priced at only 6 mil compared to Pulisic 7.5 mil. My third pick from Chelsea is a forward. It's Tammy Abraham, whom so far looks like Frank Lampard's favorite striker. Tammy played more minutes than Giroud and Batshuayi, and he was more promising on the pitch than both of them, so I'll be keeping my eyes on him in the early fixtures, and I do not recommend any defensive picks from Chelsea. Up next is Liverpool, and their number 1 must-have player is Dejan Lovren, the best defender in the world. I'm kidding. You know I'm talking about Salah. The guy is an FPL point scoring machine. Honestly, you just have to buy him and then figure out the rest of your team. Unfortunately for Mane now, his price surprisingly jumped to 11.5 mil this season. That's only 1 mil cheaper than Salah, and I think most people would rather stick with Salah since it's probably a bad idea to own both. So my other 2 picks from Liverpool are undoubtedly Arnold and Robertson. These 2 offer so much value at 7 mil. On top of their high clean sheet ratio, their attacking potential is mouth-watering, with their assists coming left and right. Arnold is in addition on corner kick duties, though that's a boost to his assist potential. In short, Salah, Arnold and Robertson are the golden trio of Liverpool for me. Their goalkeeper Alisson is also a premium pick for 6 mil, but I would easily prefer to spend that 1 extra mil and get Robo or Arnie. Now moving on to the most troublesome team for fantasy managers, Manchester City. If you're new to the game, you will soon discover and have to endure the Pep Roulette. So my picks from this team are the ones I believe will be the most regular players. Starting with Sterling. The English national has been slowly shaping into the star of the team over the past 2 seasons, overpassing the likes of Aguero and De Bruyne. Sterling has been very consistent in preseason games and I can see him reaching the peak of his performance this season. So I think, together with Salah, he's another must-have player. My second pick from City has to be Aguero, one of the best strikers in the Premier League in modern times. Life is simply hard in FPL when you don't own Aguero, because you just know that he could grab a hat-trick or a super hat-trick at any given game. I still have 2 more favorite players from this team, and they are Bernardo Silva, whom I have a hunch that he'll be a bargain for 8 mil, and Zinchenko for 5.5 mil. He's a defensive asset to be considered. Off to the other side of Manchester with Manchester United. First of all, De Gea for 5.5 mil. I believe will prove to be of good value. I expect a lot more clean sheets from him than last season, especially that United have reinforced their defense with Maguire. And Bissaka, who's my second pick from the Red Devils. He has already impressed in preseason, as only Rashford and Martial got more playtime than him. Bissaka is known for his impressive tackles and interceptions, which could translate into FPL bonus points in addition to clean sheet potential. Now for my third United player, I had to choose between Rashford and Martial, and after some hard thought, I had to go for the Frenchman for two big reasons. First reason is price, as Martial costs 7.5 mil, that's 1 mil cheaper than Rashford. Second reason is position, Martial is classified as a midfielder, so that means more potential for points. However, it still makes sense if you insist on getting Rashford, who's showing signs of a great season for him. PS, Daniel James 6 mil and Mason Greenwood 4.5 mil, keep these two names in mind. And last but not least, the bizarre case of the Spurs. This is a team who refuses to spend any money to strengthen their side. Yeah, you heard that, so leave Arsenal alone. And I think that it's just unfortunate for the Spurs fans that are hungry for trophies, and it's also a waste of how much talent they possess. You know, I have to start with choosing Kane, whose price fell down to a seducing 11 mil, so Aguero is now back to being the most expensive forward in the game. Kane is a player who could definitely benefit from the introduction of VAR in the Premier League this season, as a higher number of penalties is expected to be given. I don't trust the Spurs defense, so my other two picks will be midfielders, and with Son suspended from the first two fixtures and Ali injured, we are only left with Eriksen, whom you know very well. He's not exceptionally tempting for me right now, but he's still a premium pick in his side, while I find Lucas Moura for just 7.5 mil a more reasonable choice, hoping he finds consistency this season. This is it for this episode. Thumbs up if this helped you pick your favorite players from the top 6 sides. Leave all your questions in the comments below and I'll reply to all. Stay tuned till next episode and visit our Facebook, Twitter and website for daily tips and updates. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.